Well, Sue Moss Sullivan, we're in your area at the Studio 6 Gallery.
Right.
And what's the address again?
3021 Paseo.
Okay.
On the historic Paseo. Yep.
And what's the event tonight?
It's the first Friday gallery walk. It's every first Friday of every month.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your art here. Okay. First of all, how would you categorize it?
Well, it's fiber art, which means about probably 35 years ago, I found a loom and was interested in just the process of weaving, just pure, how does it work? Took a few classes, and this was in St. Louis. Then started evolving. I was doing something else in a different career, but I kept working on my art. And what we'll see tonight is some of the pure weavings, the sculptural things and other weavings that are purely woven pieces off the loom, but obviously the mixed media that I've evolved to.
Okay.
But if you look carefully, there's the idea of the grid or the woven image in everything I do, usually, yeah. So,
Is this actually the loom that you
yeah,
use?
that's one of the looms I have. I have a bigger floor loom at home, but that's where I can do smaller work, narrow work.
Okay.
I can do them long, but narrow on that. That's about a 36-inch wide loom, and so.
Well, describe for us, like if I were to pick this up and show a little bit about
Yeah.
what are some of the elements and describe.
These are mixed media pieces, which, in fact, this is a series I do called Wine Label, and everyone has part of a wine label in it. And I just extract them off the bottle and play with them and put images in them. Some, it's just a pure design idea and concept. Some are, people bring them to me, an empty bottle, they've celebrated a wedding, a birth of their grandchild or something, and have me do a specific piece for them. But friends now bring me bottles of great labels, and I extract them off just purely for fun, to do them for the smaller pieces I do.
Okay.
So that's what those are.
Wow, great. And the piece hanging up there?
The piece up here, which is a little more difficult to see from the side.
Let's go back.
Yeah. It is, this piece is part of a banner series I did on the idea of all cultures have banners outside of shops and studios and that sort of thing. They're very abstracted, but these are purely woven pieces. Then I've added papers and text, stitching to give it that look, and then done the mounting, the hanger at the top, which is important for the piece. It's
Right.
part of the piece, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like sculpturally, I think I get a
Yeah,
real
it is.
three-dimensionality
Yeah,
here.
I do get. I've moved. I didn't realize how I see three-dimensionally more than I thought I did. These are pieces, but my challenge is if it's woven, it's hard to make it sculpturally stable to stand up and do that thing. So I try to make them. This is three woven pieces, but then I've added silk tissue to it to give it a stability and a sculpture form. Then sometimes I take even a totally different form you wouldn't expect, like copper, and weave it, cut it up and weave it, because I'm interested in the weaving, but in a different medium you're not used to, you don't think of often. So
I think the just feeling of it doesn't feel like copper.
yeah.
The eye plays with your brain a little bit, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. So the idea is that work is the cutting it carefully and weaving it and putting it together, but I like the concept. Yeah.
Well, and it has a softness to it. I was really
Yeah,
surprised
right.
at that.
I think that once you shape it or turn it or do something with it, yeah, it'll do that.
And what's some of the material that's represented over here?
These pure woven, the reason I do them sculpturally, like some of the work you'll see, is it's waxed linen. It's linen that is. Okay. Oh, where were we?
Well, we were talking a little bit about these
Oh.
pieces here. I wanted to talk about the one on the floor.
That was part of an installation piece I did for a show. I had a show a long time ago called Dreamings, and had sculptural pieces on the wall that looked sort of like quilts. And this was just some old bed springs someone had given me, and I made an installation in the corner, A Place to Dream. And it sort of shifts and goes, but it's been here sitting right in that space for years, and it's a nice conversation piece, you know?
Well, it's more than
Yeah.
that.
It is.
It's as if it has a kind of an animate quality to it.
does.
At any moment, it could
Yeah.
move.
And if you look up, there's a light bulb above it. So, yeah. It was part of an installation I did years ago. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Well, moving on a little bit to what do we have up here?
Well, I've been working on this piece to, it's just some paper I'd found and stiff, but I'm interested in pure movement on the wall. I would like to literally install that directly on the wall without a frame or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's what I've been up to.
And I see a turtle shell here.
Well, those are just sort of inspiration things because of nature, mostly design quality. I have so many things out of nature that give me ideas for, obviously my work's very organic. People describe it that way. So this, I haven't used it, but it's there to give me inspiration. Yeah.
It's not just the way it looks, too. It's the
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, combined. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah.
This was fantastic. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You bet.
Yeah.